Are you tired of constantly hiring, training, and then just when you think you've got a solid team, boom, another employee leaves? It's frustrating, it's expensive, and it's exhausting. But what if I told you there's a way to stop the revolving door of restaurant staff and actually keep your best employees? Well, stick around because today we're talking about how to retain your team and build a workplace where employees want to stay.
I've been helping small business owners with their finances since 2016, personally working with over 100 small businesses and coaching and mentoring over 250 accountants and bookkeepers on how to help their clients thrive. Now, I specialize in helping restaurants and food businesses build profitable, financially healthy businesses. Before we dive in, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more restaurant business tips every week.
Today, we're talking about employee retention strategies because if you're constantly losing staff, it's costing you way more than you think. We'll break down how to calculate your turnover rate, why it matters, and 6 powerful strategies to keep your team engaged, happy, and productive. So, what is employee turnover rate? Your employee turnover rate tells you how many employees leave your restaurant over a set period of time. High turnover is a huge red flag, costing you money, time, and morale. Want to know if your turnover is out of control? Employee turnover rate, or ETR, measures the percentage of your team that leaves during a certain period. It includes voluntary turnover, like resignations or retirements, and involuntary turnover, like terminations or layoffs.
So let's talk about how to calculate your employee turnover rate. There are actually two different ways that we can calculate this. One is the monthly employee turnover rate, and two is the annual employee turnover rate. Now, which one is more accurate? Which one do we want to use? It kind of depends on what your restaurant is doing. However, I typically suggest looking at the annual turnover rate because a lot of times, you may have nobody leave in the first few months, but then you have one really bad month where you have 4 or 5 people leave, and that rate is going to be drastically different than the first couple of months. So if we use the average for the entire year, we get a better overall picture. So that's why I typically recommend the annual rate. But I'm going to show you how to calculate both. So let's start with the monthly employee turnover rate. Starting with that is the most simple. We are going to take the number of employees in the month. So let's say that our restaurant averaged 50 employees in March. And then we had 4 employees leave during the month. So all I'm going to do is take the number of employees that left and divide that by the number of employees that we had for the whole month. So I'm going to take 4 divided by 50. That equals 0.08 or 8%. So my monthly turnover rate for March was 8%. Now, the annual turnover rate, we have to do a little bit more math because we're going to have to figure out how many employees we averaged through the entire year. So what we're going to need to know is the number of employees at the beginning of the year, the number of employees at the end of the year, and then the total number of employees that left. So I'm going to take the numbers of employees at the beginning of the year and add that with the number of employees at the end of the year. So let's just say in 2024, you started the year with 30 employees, and then you ended the year with 36. So I'm going to take 30 plus 36, that gives me 66, and then I'm going to divide that number by 2 to find the average throughout the year. So my average is going to be 66 divided by 2, that equals 33. So now I'm going to take the 33 and I'm going to take the number of employees that left throughout the year, which was 10, and I'm going to divide that by 33. So for 10 employees leaving, an average of 33, that equals 0.303. So I multiply that by 100 to find my percentage, and that is 30.3 is my annual turnover rate. And that's how you calculate.
But why should you care? Because high turnover isn't just a headache, it's a profit killer. Constantly hiring and training new employees cost time, money, and energy that could be better spent growing your business. So, why do restaurant employees leave? Some turnover is unavoidable, but a lot of it really comes down to the work environment. If you're seeing employees walk out the door, ask yourself, is my workplace culture positive and supportive? Are wages and benefits competitive? And do my employees feel valued and appreciated? Let's dive into some real solutions. Here are 6 proven strategies to reduce employee turnover. Number 1, build a positive workplace culture. A great culture isn't just about free pizza on Fridays, it's about respect, communication, and appreciation. Celebrate work anniversaries, recognize achievements, and create an environment where employees feel valued. Number 2, offer competitive pay and perks. If your wages are below industry standards, expect turnover. Pay your employees fairly and consider extra perks like meals, transportation help, or bonuses for great performance. Number 3, invest in training and career growth. Good onboarding and continued training show employees you're invested in their success. No one wants to feel stuck in a dead end job. Number 4, recognize hard work. Simple shout outs and thank yous go a long way. Employees who feel seen and appreciated will stick around longer. Number 5, give employees a sense of purpose. When your team understands how their role impacts the restaurant's success, they are more likely to stay engaged and committed. Number 6, support work life balance. Burnout is real. Respect your employees' time off, offer flexible scheduling when possible, and make sure that they have some time to recharge. Before you panic about your turnover rate, remember, not all turnover is bad. If an employee leaves after a decade of great service, that's very different from someone quitting after 2 months. Ask yourself, why are employees leaving? Are short term employees leaving more frequently? And what can be done to improve retention? By tracking trends and making small adjustments, you can create a restaurant team that thrives instead of just survives.
Got questions about your restaurant's finances? That's where we come in. Click the link below this video to book a free consultation and let's cook up a plan to make your business thrive. And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe for more restaurant success tips, and drop a comment below.
Let me know what's your biggest challenge in keeping employees. And if you're serious about getting your restaurant finances in order, be sure to check out this next video.